Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price, and most likely you had a nice smile on your face within the last 48 hours because Bitcoin has been breaking to the upside as well as Ethereum. We finally left behind our very important volume traded area. On top of that, as you guys remember, we talked about it in our last videos, there was a huge amount of long and short positions, open interest around the $19,000 to $19,400 level. So we knew that as soon as volatility is picking up again for Bitcoin, which we also discussed in our last video, that the volatility was at a low point and was staying there as long as never before. For the volatility index for Bitcoin, we knew there was a big move coming, and with all the open interest and this big volume traded in that area, it was clear that somewhat of a long or short squeeze would occur. Now Bitcoin broke to the upside. I mean, when we are looking at the smaller time frames before talking about the price levels that we definitely still need to break to the upside before we can confirm that this most likely was the bottom for this current bear market. We have to jump onto the smaller time frames. And what did we see? I mean, we had this symmetrical triangle. We talked about it in our last video. It had a higher probability of actually breaking to the downside, but the bulls managed to push the price to the upside. We saw a bounce of the old resistance. We saw a nice and beautiful pump afterwards, and we broke the old high point to the upside, and this is always the sign that this breakout is actually confirmed. And besides that, with this massive pump we left behind us, finally, we have been talking about it since 2 weeks now, the very important upward sloping resistance here on the weekly time frame. Now guys, as always, by the way, make sure to subscribe, activate the bell so you don't miss out on any future uploads, smash up a like here on today's video, I would really appreciate it, and also leave a comment down below. This supports me a lot and shows the YouTube algorithm that the content of this video here is relevant right now. If you want, you can also share it with your friends, but that's completely up to you. Now let's continue with the charts after you smashed up a like and you subscribe to the channel. But besides that, guys, we are not allowed to fall below the $19,700 with the current weekly candle. We need to at least see some sideways movement now. We don't want to see Bitcoin correcting below the $20,000 again. I will explain you in a second why we are seeing this rejection at the 21,000, why the 21,000 is a very important level right now to watch out, and why I am actually going to scale up my swing long positions as soon as we are breaking the $21,000 level to the upside, because as you guys know, our 3x swing long trades, I'm not putting the leverage up so far, guys. I'm not putting too much capital into swing long trades quite yet, just because I will explain to you in a second, like I said. But first of all, we definitely don't want to see that Bitcoin is falling below the $19,700 level again. This would definitely mean that the bulls had their chance to leave this area behind, but at the end of the day, the bears kept market control, and this would be a massively bearish sign where we would need to expect bearish weekly candles to come for the upcoming months. But as long as we are now staying above it, we have a very great chance of actually, once we are breaking the $21,000 level, of actually pumping to the upside, retesting the $27,000, $28,000 level where our 11-year support and resistance here on the weekly time frame is coming in. So we would definitely want to see that before we can definitely say that this was the bear market bottom now. So this is just the reason why I'm still not scaling up the leverages of my long swing trades, but keeping them at a 3x, just to be exposed to the upside, but not risk all too much if this rejection that we are seeing right now is getting some more follow through by the bears. Because we are not getting just rejected from this upward sloping resistance here on the 4-hourly and the daily time frame. No, remember guys, when we got rejected here the last time, what was the reason for that? It was because we had an upward sloping resistance, but also because in cryptocurrencies, the dead cat bounce is occurring at the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level. And where was the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level? Correct, it was exactly at the price level where also our upward sloping resistance was. And that's why we saw a rejection there. Remember, we also opened some nice short positions there as a hedge. But what is happening now? Let's take a closer look. Guys, yes, I know it might shock you a little bit, but you can see also this time our 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level is exactly where we have our upward sloping resistance on the smaller time frames. So we definitely want to see that Bitcoin breaks successfully above the $21,000 level, so that we know that this is not just a dead cat bounce, but this is actually getting some more follow through by the bulls, and we can expect, first of all, the weekly candle to almost 100% close above the upward sloping resistance at 19,700, but especially we then can expect some more bullish weekly candles to come, so we can finally actually retest the really relevant resistances, so we can finally confirm if the bear market is over and jump into more higher leveraged long swing trades again, or scale up our current ones. So this is what I'm keeping an eye on right now. I mean, as said, we had this huge open position value, we had the volatility index at a low, so it was clear that the next big move is to occur very, very soon. But nevertheless, guys, this move is not confirmed yet, and we still need to remain a little bit careful. But for sure, it is a very nice sign that the bears tried now to break to the upside. The only really bad case scenario, as I said, would be closing this weekly candle below the 19,700, being back in that very important range where a lot of people will open short and long positions again, where we had a huge amount of spot trading volume as well. I mean, just pulling here out the VPVR, we can directly see that exactly at these price levels, right, we had the most trading volume for the weekly candles and for Bitcoin in general, especially if we are flipping here to the even smaller time frames. We can really clearly see that the majority of traded volume is exactly in that area, right, of the 19,000 to $19,400 level. So if we are breaking back inside to that level, I mean, it would definitely show that the bulls used all their strength to bring that breakout that needs to occur and needs to be even more volatile than what we have seen so far. Looking at the volatility index, we know that the bulls tried their best, but actually got rejected at a 0.618 in combination with an upward sloping resistance. We corrected below the $19,700 again. We are back inside of our very important trade range, but the bulls lost a lot of steam while performing this move to the upside. And after that, I mean, the potential of a breakdown definitely increases. That's just the reason why, till we are seeing this breakout above the $21,000 level, I don't want to scale up my swing long positions quite yet, or scale up the leverage on them. But this was already it from today's video. I will keep you updated, guys. We are going to take a look in the next couple of videos, especially onto exchange in and outflows. We will take a look, are a lot of cryptocurrencies now at these prices getting deposited to crypto exchanges to potentially get sold? Are people still interested in selling these levels, or are we seeing a huge amount of USDT stablecoins going into the exchanges, so people are actually expecting that this was the bottom and are now willing to buy again that weren't willing to buy before? These are the things we will take a look at the upcoming video in the next couple of days. Besides that, as always, guys, as said, I would really appreciate if you would subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, smash up a like, don't forget to leave a comment down below. And with that said, we are going to see us in the next video. Till then, guys, bye.